Good evening, sir. Good evening. Good evening, sir. Professor Sonath Raut, sir. Hello. Sir, please unmute your audio option, sir. Professor Jyoti Ranjan, ma'am. Please unmute your audio option, ma'am. Please. Good evening, ma'am. Professor Jyoti Ranjan, ma'am. Please start the session, ma'am. Please, ma'am. Professor Sonath Raut, sir. Sir, please start the session, sir. Please.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Jyoti sir, are you there? Professor Jyoti Ranjan Pati, are you there? Please unmute yourself.
Hello, am I audible?
Yes, sir, you're audible.
Okay. So let's start the session. So very good evening, all and over present here. I am Professor Jyotirnjan Pati from Einstein Academy of Technology and Management. So it's my proud privilege to inform you all that the Department of MBA is going to organize a national webinar with the collaboration of Association of Mutual Funds in India, and with a very beautiful topic. It is being going to be addressed here, from investment to profession, exploring mutual fund and the securities market career landscape. So once again, welcome you all here. I think my voice is audible to you. So here we have the well-known dignitaries, our Sri Suryakanta Sharma sir, the senior consultant AMFI, who is the former DGM of SEBI. Thank you, sir, being with us. I would like to thank you, our director Einstein Group of Institution, Professor Dr. Ratiranjan Sabha sir. I hope sir is also with us, and it's my proud privilege that our Dean MBA, Professor Sanath Rao sir, is here with us. I thank you, sir, being with us, and I will thank you to all the students and the coordinating members to be here, be a part of this webinar. Now, I would like to invite our Dean MBA, Professor Sanat Raut sir, to provide the welcome address to the gathering. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Professor Jyoti. Uh, 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 Mr. Suryakant Sharma, former DGM, SEBI, Professor Dr. Ratiranjan Sawat, Director, EGI, all my faculty members of different departments, and lovely students. It gives me immense pleasure to extend warm welcome to one and all to this seminar. From investment to professions, exploring mutual funds and the security markets career landscape. As the Dean of MBA program, I am delighted and proud to host this event that aligns perfectly with our commitment to foster a deep understanding of the dynamic financial world. Today, we embark on a journey that bridges the theoretical foundations of investments with the thriving professional opportunities in the securities market. Mutual fund and securities market are pivotal elements of our global economy. They not only empower individuals to achieve financial goals, but also serve as critical enablers for business growth and innovations. For our MBA students, these sectors represent not just areas of study, but pathways to impactful, rewarding career. In this event, you will have the opportunity to explore the involving, or what I say is evolving investment landscape. You will particularly learn about transformative trends shaping mutual funds and financial market globally. Connect the theory with the practical, and of course, the latter part of the presentation, you'll be having an opportunity to understand where you start and how you can enter into the security markets as far as your career is concerned. We urge each one of you to take the full advantage of this session today, whether it is gaining clarity or financial concept. You can interact with the guest. He's absolutely he has a very sound knowledge, very excellent knowledge on the industries, being from the SEBI. Okay, the knowledge you acquire will shape you and your perspective and empower you to make informed decisions. Be an investor, or in the future financial manager, or you can be an entrepreneur also. So let us make most of the day filled with the learnings, inspirations. So thank you, and I wish you engaging and a fruitful seminar.
So thank you, sir, for your valuable words. Really, when we talk about this particular national webinar, which is typically imparting on the theoretical knowledge in the practical field, normally the management students, they have studied about the financial aspects like share, bond, debentures. But in real, in practical world, it is our proud privilege that we have Sri Suryakant Sharma sir, who has a huge years of experience, not only in SEBI but also on different aspects. So really the session, it will be very fruitful for all of us. So thank you, our Dean sir, for delivering this wonderful speech. Now the time has come to listen few words addressed by our director sir, Sri Professor Dr. Ratiranjan Sawat sir. Sir, please address few words to our students. Thank you, sir.
Good evening, all. Respected Sharma sir, respected Dean of MBA, faculty members, and dear students. I would like to congratulate the MBA department, the students and faculty members for organizing such a nice event. this event is really, I would not call it as an event, but it is a learning lessons for all the students and a roadmap which will be guiding them for their successful career in future. Regarding SEBI and investment, as you guys are related to finance department and MBA department, now India has become the fifth largest economy in the world, and it is eyeing to be the third largest economy in few years to come. So in this time, the financial market has a huge opportunity for the new management graduate students to explore their opportunities for their profession and to get a better and better career in this field. So I would request all the students and advise them that they should listen to these kind of seminars carefully, take the points which will be helpful for them to build and to shape their career, because the people like Samasa who is with us and will be giving you the his experience and sharing his thoughts, those experience and thoughts and the information is going to share with you are really valuable. You will be not getting these things from some other persons, no, unless you will be having that kind of experience. So I hope that the students will be getting the maximum benefit out of the seminars, and I will request the Dean and the Department of MBA to organize such events in future also, which will be really helping the students. Once again, thank you to Sama sir and congratulations to the department for organizing such a beautiful event. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
So thank you very much, sir, for your valuable words. Really, only getting the theoretical knowledge, it will be not helpful for you for your growth and prosperity. You should have the direct or indirect experience. Now the time has come to grasp the indirect experience from our guest of this occasion. Let me give you some information about our guest of this day, the Sri Suryakant Sharma. Sri Suryakant Sharma is a postgraduate in commerce and law with specialization in corporate law. He is also chartered associate of Indian Institute of Banking and Finance. Sri Sharma has over 35 years of experience in banking and finance and securities market, and has initially served in the leading financial institution. Thereafter, in Department of Financial Service, Ministry of Finance, Government of India, and finally in SEBI. It means Sir has gathered a huge experience. So it's our proud privilege to have with us. If I give some more information about our guest, Sri Suryakant Sharma sir, he has joined Security and Exchange Board of India, what you know SEBI, in the year 2003 and served in SEBI for more than 16 years in different departments of SEBI. Lastly, in addition to the assigned in SEBI, he was also engaged with as the in charge of officers of investor awareness and education in SEBI's northern region for more than 5 years. And during that period, around 15,000 financial literacy and investor awareness programs were conducted under his guidance. And it's my proud to say that our Sharma sir himself had addressed as guest speaker in more than 600, really more than 600 investor awareness programs. So really, I salute you, sir, for this your huge achievement and to be with us. If I talk about the other activities, our guest, Sri Sharma was also a member of working group of NCERT for developing vocational courses on mutual funds for standard 11th and standard 12th classes. Sri Sharma is also a recipient of Excellence Award from a leading trade body for promoting mutual funds in India. Sri Sharma is also the mentor of a few NGOs working for financially literacy and investor awareness in our country. After superannuation from SEBI in the year 2019, he has joined Association of Mutual in India, AMFI, as an apex body of mutual fund in India as senior consultant for spreading financial literacy and investor awareness across country among citizens. So thank you, sir. If we talk about our chief guest, since 2019, our guest has interacted with a huge number of investors and potential investors like students through more than 1,000 investor awareness online program, that is the webinar, as well as not only webinar but also physical seminars. He has honored, he has spread the knowledge among the investors and students. So thank you, sir. Really, it is our honor that we have Sri Suryakant Sharma sir, having a huge years of experience. It's my honor, sir. Please share your experience on this topic and enlighten our students. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Professor Jyotipati. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Director of the Institute. Thank you, Professor Sanat Raut sir, Dean of the Management Department here in the Institute, all faculty members, staff, and students who have joined this program. Honestly, I am very much privileged and happy to be with all of you today. I had been in Odisha for a couple of times. We have organized big programs in Ravi Shankar University, then Odisha University, a lot of other education institutions we have done program. And this is, I think, the first program which your institute. And as director has rightly pointed out, Professor Raut, it is just the beginning. We also wish to be a beginning only. We will definitely be doing more and more programs on different topics of security market because of the limited time, you will appreciate that it will not be possible to cover all the different segments of the security market in one program. So it is very imperative that we should keep doing programs on other segments of the security market. 2-3 things also I wish to mention before I start my discourse here. The first is this program is from Association of Mutual Funds in India. But Raut sir, this is not a marketing event or a promotional event of mutual funds. I want to make it very clear at the outset. This is purely an investor awareness program. And secondly, Professor Raut, you are Dean of the Management Institute. You are the best academician in the country. So academics part of the management students you are taking care of. Your department is taking care of. My role little bit will be different. My role will be just to share with them some basic knowledge about the security market. Of course, they might be having it. Some students are more advanced than us. Professor Raut will agree with me. Now they are even started investments in F&O or some other segments. But majority of the student is still may not be at in a position to take their investment journey forward at this juncture. That is why this my session might be a little bit more useful for them. And this is not an academic activity, very honest with you. My role is just to share basic knowledge with the participants and to motivate them to be an investor when they start earning. This is the basic purpose of this program, and I would be very happy, Professor Raut. Once my session is over, I will be very happy to have more and more questions from the participants because that I feel is more equally important to give answers of the queries and rather sometimes even doubts of the participants. Before coming to the security market, I wish to take 4-5 minutes of yours about the careers in the security market. And Professor Raut, you will agree that your students particularly will be more interested as far as career options and career opportunities are concerned. So first
Absolutely,
thing I
sir.
want to tell you, all of you, security market has got lakhs of job for you. not thousands, sir. Lakhs of jobs in the coming 5 to 10 years. Because as you all are witnessing, security market is expanding like anything. Every year, you see the volume, you see the mutual fund AUMs, you see the number of citizens participating in the investment in security market. It is just phenomenal. Last 5 years, particularly, has been phenomenal as far as the investment from middle class people. Professor Raut, you will agree that earlier it used to be a domain of a select few only. High-end investors, with big industrialists will invest in security market. Retail participation was literally negligible. But last 5 years, crores, not lakhs, Professor Raut, crores of new investors, and majority of them from retail investors who are middle class people. Maybe serving, maybe having normal business, maybe they are professionals. They have started investing in security market, and that is, I think personally, is a very positive sign for the Indian economy. Because if more and more retail investors start participating in the security market, more stability it will give, and it will be less volatile as it used to be, because of the other reasons which I will deal with in the future. So coming to the career first, Professor Rao, I have just mentioned there are lakhs of career opportunities for the students, particularly of MBA, management, chartered accountants, CFAs, company secretaries. But one thing here I want to mention, that security market is a specialized niche. It is a specialized segment. So very honestly speaking, normal MBA degree will not do. You will have to upgrade yourself and get knowledge and skill to be eligible to enter into security market. And the best way to start with, of course, Professor Out must be aware, SEBI has started an institute which is called National Institute of Security Market, NISM. NISM has been developed by SEBI, Professor Raut, by investing more than 400 crores of rupees. And the purpose of NISM is very simple, just to upskill the knowledge of the persons who wish to join into security market. So the first thing I will request Professor Jyoti and Professor Raut, kindly encourage your students to visit the website of NISM if they have not done so far. And there are plenty of online courses available on NISM website. They can select, identify some courses, they start doing the programs, and most of the programs are capsulized programs only, dealing with a different segment of the security market. Right from mutual fund to primary market to FFI investments. A lot of online courses are available on NISM website. Of course, some regular courses are also available. So kindly visit the website of NISM, identify the courses, and Professor Raut kindly encourage your students to do as much courses as possible with their MBA degree. Because these are all online courses, firstly. Secondly, material of those courses, study material is also available online. Once you start doing it, you will get developed interest into security market. Because as I just mentioned, it is purely a specialized niche. It is a specialized sector. It is purely a knowledge-based market. So you have to upskill your knowledge if you want to have a career in security market. And one thing I want to assure you, Professor Out must be knowing it, it is very much rewarding. You can't even dream how much salary people, how much remuneration or package people are getting in security market, particularly in mutual fund, FFI investments, big brokers, NSC, BSC, even in SEBI. I rather invite your students to join SEBI as an officer. And I wish to mention that SEBI do conduct direct examination of MBA recruitees and CAs and law graduates almost every 2 years. And we recruit around 180 to 200 officers every 2 years. And the minimum package of the entry level, Professor Raut, is 32 lakhs per annum. It is not a bad thing. And moreover, joining SEBI will be giving a different shape to your career. Because a lot of people join SEBI and leave it after 4 or 5 years. Because by that time, they get the experience as a compliance of regulations. And they become an asset for the other segments of the security market, like NSE, BSE, FFI, NSDL, CSDL, credit rating agencies, research entities. So please do consider joining SEBI for your career progression. And apart from SEBI, NSE is there, BSE is there. Then foreign institutional investors are there who are investing and pumping crores and crores of dollar every year into India. They need Indian people only to manage their operations here. Then apart from that, mutual fund is a expanding activity. You will appreciate, sir. 60 lakhs crores of AUMs is as on date, which is unthinkable, Professor Raut. If we look at 2015 or 2016, it was hardly a significant amount was invested by retail investors, but now the things have changed a lot. So for management of mutual fund industry, also lakhs of people are required. So you please understand that the need for a specialization if you want to join security market. And one more niche is available in the mutual fund industry, sir. Particularly if you are some of your students who might to stay in their hometown or their city, they don't want to move out, but they still want a career. Then a very good opportunity is coming in between for them. That is mutual fund distributors, MFDs. I know a lot of mutual funds who are earning lakhs of rupees, sir. Of course, you have to work for at least 4 or 5 years with commitment and passion. After that, regular flow of income will be there. So you can be even an MFD. And for that also, you will have to clear some exam of NISM, and after that, you get registration with AMFI, and you can start working as an independent freelancer, mobilizing mutual fund investment for the different asset management companies. So what I want to nutshell mention here, please do consider a career in mutual fund, but it is a specialized segment. It is a knowledge-based segment. You have to upskill your knowledge for joining security market. So I invite all of you, particularly students, to please do consider joining security market. Now coming to the second aspect, that is investment in security market. And as Professor Raut must be aware, there are plenty of investment options available in the market now. In my time, Professor Raut, if you talk to your father or to your older uncle, in my time, there used to be very few limited investment options for the medical, particularly for the middle class, salary class person. What they used to do, which I had also done, I had FD, I had taken LIC policy, LIC life insurance policy. And unfortunately, Professor Raut is smiling. Unfortunately, both are not investment products. The time was different at that time. Time was different at that time. But now the time has changed. Hundreds of investment products, innovative investment products are available and coming every year, every month rather. So there are plenty of investment opportunities for available to youngsters particularly. But before embarking upon the journey of investment, you must understand the importance of investment and investment metrics. What is investment? If I ask Professor Jyoti Pati, what is the Professor Jyoti? What is the need for investment?
Really, sir, it is required to make your future secure.
Security is only one aspect. Don't emphasize too much on security only. From investment, we can have huge money in our hands to enjoy life. and to lead a comfortable life. Of course, security
Exactly,
is
sir.
one aspect, and security, Professor Jyoti, can be better taken care of by the insurance cover. So security may not be the important aspect of investment. Investment, I personally feel, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not. Investment, the purpose of investment is very simple. My money should earn money for me. That is the basic
Exactly,
purpose.
sir.
That is the
Right, sir.
basic purpose of investment.
Yes, sir.
And not only earn money, they should give us comfort in leading a comfortable life, because then through investment we will be having good money in our hands. And one thing I want to tell Professor Jyoti to you, I don't know your age, but you must be very young. One thing I want to tell you, and not to you, but all the participants, invest through investment. A day might come in your life, but of course, Professor Raut, it didn't come in my life. I don't know about your life, but at least in my life, it didn't come. But it will definitely come in the life of Professor Jyoti. He is relatively young, and other students also. A day will come, Professor Jyoti, in your life when your investment will start giving you more income or more money than your regular salary. It will definitely happen, but it will happen after minimum 15-20 years. But unfortunately, Professor Raut, now the young generation hardly have such level of patience. They want quick money, doubling their money in 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. I personally feel it will not be possible. There may be fluke. There may be some phases in security market even. Last 3-4 years have been phenomenal as far as returns are concerned. People have got 30-40% return. But that is not the rule, my dear friends. What I want to emphasize here, Professor Raut must be aware, security market has given 15% average annual return for last 35-40 years. And that is not a bad return at all. And more so when you see return in real terms. And you are all MBA students, you must be aware what is difference between notional return and real return. What is notional return? Notional return, Professor Raut, whatever we get on the investment return is notional return. Suppose I go for a bank FD for 10 lakh rupees and bank promises to give me 7% interest. Then after 1 year, I will get 70,000 as interest on my investment of as FD, and the return rate is 7%. But my dear friends, Professor Jyoti must be aware, but your student must also know, this 70,000 or 7% is only notional return. This is not the real return, my dear friends. Because one most important and rather very important aspect which eat majority of the return is the inflation. Inflation normally eats majority of the return. And inflation, as Professor Jyoti will agree, has been a part of our life for last 30-40 years, and it will continue to be. So suppose the inflation rate has been 5%. Suppose in that period when you had gone 1 year of bank FD for 7%, inflation rate has been 7%. What does it mean? That out of 7%, 5% has been eaten by the inflation. Please understand. That is very, very important thing to understand as far as this, and this is rather, I feel, Professor Raut, it is the first chapter a normal person, a normal educated person must understand that a majority of the return is normally eaten by the inflation. And second segment, which is equally sometimes perplexing and painful, is taxability. Majority of the return are taxable, bearing a few governmental scheme, very few, like PPF, like Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, very few schemes are there which are tax exempt. Otherwise, most of the return attract tax. And FD, Professor Raut must be aware, as far as FD is concerned, FD returns or FD interest is 100% taxable. So if I earn 70,000 rupees in case of 10 lakhs FD, this will need to be included in my income. and I will have to pay income tax as per my slab. And no excuse of it. And Professor Rao, the rule was same in my time also. But we had a back of mind, we had a one thing which, of course, which was not proper, but it was. And I let it be. From whom income tax department fellow will come and collect this money from me. So majority of the middle class people were not reflecting their interest income on FD into their income tax return. But Professor Rao, this technology has given lot of advantage, but few disadvantage as well. Now, the moment I get credit of 70,000 in my bank account, income tax people will automatically be lowering it because of integration of the financial system. So I can't avoid tax even. So on 70,000, I will need to pay tax as well. And suppose I am in, even conservatively speaking, I am in 20% bracket, then on 70,000, Professor Raut, I will need to pay 20% means 14,000 as income tax. Now you see the proposition. Out of 70,000, 50,000 has been eaten by the inflation. 14,000 I need to pay. 14,000 I need to pay as income tax. What ultimately I got, sir? Only 6,000 rupees. Only it is not 70,000, mind it. It is not 70,000. It is only 6,000 that I got it, and that is real return. So please understand the concept of real return, because only real return is going to create wealth for you in future. Otherwise, every other money will simply accumulation of money. So you have to work hard on getting maximum real return on your investments. But now the things are different here, sir. What was the reason we couldn't make good return on my investment, sir, Professor Raut? Because of the one very, very wrong thing. I will use the word you wrong thing, or wrong mindset in our mind. And what was that? We don't want to take any risk in investment. We want to go for absolutely 100% secured investment. But my dear friends, bearing some government schemes, most of the investments, most of the investments have got risk. So please understand, in majority of the investment product, particularly newer products, Professor Raut, in risk is there. But don't fear of the risk. Risk is a part of the investment. You should understand the risk. What is risk? How you can manage it? So risk management has become much more important and rather imperative nowadays to get real return. So risk is there, accept it, but you can manage the risk in investment. And how? The only two-word formula I wish to share with all of you: think, understand, and invest. Please think, what is your risk appetite? How much risk you can take? And Mr. Jyoti, Professor Jyoti, every individual has got different risk appetite. Every individual. Why? Because income is different, because our age is different, and because our family obligations are different. So my risk appetite is different because of the age factor, mostly on the age factor. But Professor Raut, your risk appetite is different, and Professor Jyoti is totally different. And rather, I encourage youngsters like Professor Jyoti, please do take risk. Please do take risk in investment. If you want to make good money in investment, if you want to get good real return in investment, you should think of taking some risk. But risk should always be calculated. It should not be a blind risk. And sir, what is calculated risk? I assess my risk first. Then I will see at the product what level of risk that product has, and whether my risk appetite broadly matches with the product risk of the product where I am intending to invest. So this you can then you can you can do at the time of taking any investment decision. So what I want to tell you, in investment, risk is there, but risk can be managed by taking informed decision And one more thing I want to tell you, if you take high risk, then there is a probability of getting higher return. But Professor Raut, here there is a proviso, no guarantee at all. If somebody can gives you guarantee of 30% return or 40% return, he's bluffing you. He's not telling you the truth. What I want to tell you, the probability of getting higher return increases when you take a risk, but no guarantee at all. No, particularly in the security market, no guarantee at all. But of course, probability is there. And as I just mentioned, security market has given average 15% annual return. And even you subtract inflation and tax liability, Professor Raut, it is around 5 to 7% real return, which people have got in security market during last 35, 40 years, which is not a bad return at all, as compared to government scheme where hardly you get any real return. So risk is there, risk can be managed. And one thing I want to tell you, or rather, my focus is now on Professor Pati. Professor Pati, what is your age? Can I ask your age, please?
Sir, it's 40 plus, sir.
Oh, you are 40 plus. Okay, good.
Right, sir.
Right. You have still a little 18 to 20 years to go. Normally speaking. But those who are young, around 30 years, and your students may be lesser than that, Professor Raut, I want to make them scary. But the purpose is not making them scary, just to make them aware that they will be needing huge money in their life if you want to lead a comfortable life, if you want to give them a best education to their children, and if they want to lead a comfortable retirement life. But this is also become very important, Professor Raut, nowadays. I don't know whether I presume your institute is not a government institution. Am I right, sir? It is a private institution.
Yes, sir. It is a private one only.
It is a private institution. So normally, naturally, you don't have any pension scheme in the institutions.
You are right, sir.
That is it. Not only you, sir. Out of the 140 crore population, government jobs are hardly of 3 to 4 crore only. Remaining 135 crore people will be without pension. How they will live their life, Professor Raut, once they retire? Their student may be laughing at me. Sir, we have not started earning and you are talking about the retirement. But Professor Raut, it is a journey. Life is a journey. Today you are young, tomorrow you may be old. It is a process. Life will go on like this only. So for retirement life, my dear friends, apart from other things in your life and your active life, you will be needing huge money, Professor Pati. I just want to tell you, those who are around 30, I don't have time, otherwise I have given you full details of the things. Those who are around 30, they will need, Professor Jyoti, around 10 to 12 crore only for their milestones in their life. And what are the milestones, sir? Marriage is the first, where you will be needing substantial money. Marriage is the first step where you will be needing money. Then purchase of the house. Naturally, every Professor Rahul will agree, every middle class family will like to have their own house. Then purchase of four-wheeler. Then nowadays new phenomena had been added, Professor Rahul, which was not common at least in my generation, going on vacation, national vacation and domestic and international vacation. And after that, one very important thing a milestone will be coming in your life, that is higher education and professional education of children. And Professor Raut, you will agree with me. Every Indian parents want whatever they could not do, their children should do. But for that, they should get the best education, not only in India, but beyond. You might think of even sending them for foreign education, for international education. But huge money will be required. Then again, marriage to the children, Indian context, parents will take care. And lastly, as I just mentioned, retirement life, living retirement life, Professor Raut, has become very, very important now. Why? Because of two reasons. First reason, Professor Raut, you might remember when India got independence, the average age of Indian was hardly 47 years, sir, which had now risen to 71 years. What does it simply means? It simply conveys that beyond retirement, after retirement, sir, normal Indians will be leading life for next 15, 20, even 25 years. Where the money will come from? Because once you retire, Professor Rao, your institute will give you a good farewell. Your colleagues will talk about you very high words and will appreciate your work in the institute. Then you are gone. Next month you will not get the salary which you used to get. But next month, how we will manage our affairs? And only next month, sir, for the next 15, 20 years. How will we manage? That is why I emphatically request all youngsters, particularly, when they start earning, please start developing retirement corpus. And that will be a huge retirement corpus will be required. I just give you an example, sir. Suppose a person at the age of 30 today, normal middle class, Rao sir, I am talking about, say that he or she is managing his monthly expenses with 30,000. Middle class I am talking about. After 30 years, when she or she will retire, same standard of living, no extravaganza, sir. He or he will need not less than 2 lakh rupees per month, which literally means 25 lakhs per year, and that too in the first year of retirement. And this will keep increasing every year, sir, because of inflation. When you become 70, it might go even to 2.50 lakhs. When you touch 80, it may even be 3 lakhs per month. From where the money will come? And Professor Raut, you will agree, no parent would like to be dependent on their children. Of course, children may be good, very good. They may be supportive of you. They may respect you like anything. But you yourself feel like, no, I should be independent. But how you will be independent? The only way is to develop a huge retirement corpus. And I just give you an idea how much retirement corpus should be. A thumb rule is there, sir. Your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses in the first year of retirement. I again repeat, your retirement corpus should be minimum 20 times of your annual expenses in the first year of retirement. And Professor Raut, I have just calculated for a 30-year professor today that 25 lakhs per year in the first year of retirement, multiplied by 20. What it becomes, sir? 5 crore. So he or she will be having need to have develop a retirement corpus of literally 5 crore rupees for leading a comfortable life. And one more thing now I want to add, sir. Professor Jyoti, can you tell me what is the cost of a good or a MBA degree from a reputed institute in India today? What is the total cost? Or 2-year regular degree, sir? Professor Raut, it is around 20 lakhs.
So if you
including
go
everything.
to
Exactly.
if you go to IIM Ahmedabad and those things, it is crossing more than 35 lakhs.
Sir, I'm a little bit more conservative, sir. 20
Yes, sir.
lakhs is the minimum. You will appreciate that
Absolutely.
20 lakhs is the
Absolutely, sir.
minimum.
Absolutely.
Sir, it is today. When the children of this young professor of around 30 years, when their children will go for MBA degree after 25 years, Professor Rao, the same degree will cost not less than 2 crore rupees because of 6% inflation rate. I have broadly appraised. 2 crore rupees. And if they have 2 children, then literally 4 crore rupees. And if they want to send their wards for foreign education, it may be even 6 crore, 5 to 6 crore. From where that money will come? 5 to 6 crore for children education, 5 crore for retirement, then other things apart, house, vehicle, and normal things. 10 to, and sir, I am not including the normal expenses from 30 to 60 year. Monthly expenses I have not included. 10 to 12 crore rupees, from where it will come, sir? Please understand, please think seriously, those who are young and have started earning. And even to students, I want to tell you, when you start earning, please seriously think from where this, and for students, sir, It may even be 12 to 15 crores because they are far behind of the third year professor. From where that money will come? Yes, definitely it will. Now I can give them confidence. You all can have 10 to 12 crore rupees or 12 to 15 crore rupees in your pocket, provided, underline Professor Jyoti, provided you start seriously working in your savings and investment right from today. And for students, when they start working. Please be serious. It is not a casual thing. Normally we are casual, and let it be. And unfortunately, Professor Raut, we Indians have one more thing in back of mind, deeply rooted. जो जो भाग्य में होगा सब मिलेगा. Whatever luck we have, we got. Luck is nothing, sir. I want to bluntly tell all of you. Luck is nothing. It is only and only your sincere efforts. If you are sincere in your savings and investment, if you are regular, if you are religiously particular about saving and investment, if you invest your money in a good investment product, more so when you are young, take risk, but manage your risk, there is a very bright possibility that you will be having 10 to 12 crore rupees in your life. And how you can do it? The best way is to develop your financial plan. Please do develop your financial plan. And Professor Rao, financial plan is not a rocket science. It is not a damn easy thing. Anybody can do. I can tell Professor Jyoti, next Sunday he sit with the family, take a plain paper, make 3 columns on the paper. In the first column, he can jot down what are the milestones still to be achieved in his life. Whatever has been done is done. Forget about that. But for youngsters, those who are around 30, right from marriage to retirement, put it in that order. Uh, and I give you leverage. Whatever you want to add, you can add. In the second column, you just give the time period when it is likely to happen in your life. And in the third column, which is very important, start putting the money which you will be needing for each milestone. Factoring in inflation also, as I just mentioned in the case of retirement life and higher education. Your financial plan is ready. And what purpose it will serve, my dear friends? Professor Rudra Prasad Nayak, it will serve the purpose that now you have defined your financial goals. You are not casual in investment now. You have defined your goals that I will be needing this much of money for that particular milestone after that period. So now broadly you have defined your financial goals. And Professor Raut is a dean and professor. He knows very well. Though psychologists say, sir, those who define their goals, including financial goals, they work hard. They work because now the goals are clear. I have defined my goals for myself. Then I will definitely work hard. So I will keep reviewing my investment status every year. What was supposed to be done by me and how much I have done. If I am lacking, then I will put extra effort for that. So that is the purpose of financial plan, that it will keep hammering you all the time. My dear friend, you will need this much of money for that purpose. How much you have done so far? How much you have got so far? So please do develop your financial plan. This I am my requesting to all my young friends. And last thing I want to tell to all of you about the investment is, and that is eighth wonder of the world, and Professor Raut must be aware of that. That is, sir, power of compounding. Power of compounding is eighth wonder of the world, eighth wonder of the world, my dear friends. And in investment also, power of compounding is very, very important. And what is power of compounding? Simply speaking, if I want to ask you what is power of compounding? Power of compounding is nothing as far as investments is concerned, but to make a promise with yourself. Professor Raut, in power of compounding, you have to make a promise with yourself, not with others, but with yourself. And what is that? That whenever I will get return on my investment, definitely you will save and invest, you will start getting return. May not be today, but down the line after 2-3 years, you will start getting return on your investments. Whenever I get return on my investment, and Professor Raut, return may be 500 rupees, maybe 5,000, or maybe even 5 lakhs. Whatever the amount is of return is there, that is insignificant. What is significant is that I will never use or consume that return. What I will do? I will keep reinvesting that return. And that I will do not once, not twice, for the next 15, 20 years, every time. It is tough. I do appreciate it is tough. But there is no other option, sir. This is the only way of getting huge money in your hands over a period of time. So please do religiously follow power of compounding in your investment philosophy. No other option is there. I know it is tough. We all, but it should, but the promise is very much pakka, solid promise. Because Professor House, what typically happens when New Year is coming, next 2025 is starting very soon. Everybody makes lot of promises with himself or herself. I will do this thing, I will do that thing in 2025. But by the time when you touch 31st January, most of the promise is gone. The promise should not be like that. It should be 100% solid promise that whenever I get return on my investment, I will keep it reinvesting. I will not consume it. I will not use it. So please do religiously follow power of compounding. These are the basic things about investment which I think you people should know to be a successful investor. Now, last segment, last hardly 10-15 minutes, we will discuss what are the products available in the available in the market for investment. The first category of products available in the market, and my focus is only on or middle class, salary class person. The first is governmental small saving scheme. Professor Jyoti, government has also started some good small saving scheme for the middle class, salary class person. And the one scheme which I like, I don't know whether Professor Raut has opened account in that or not, or Professor Jyoti had done it. But if you have not done it, you have missed something. And that is Public Provident Fund Account, PPF. Public Provident, good, relatively good scheme, not extraordinary, nothing extraordinary, but relatively good scheme. And the beauty of this scheme is when you deposit money in PPF, you get exemption in income tax in the old regime, of course. But on top of it, the interest segment is exempt, tax exempt. No tax will need. This is a rarity, sir. This is a rarity. Hardly 2-3 schemes are there. So PPF is a very good scheme, and I will rather encourage all your MBA students. They should open a PPF account when they start earning. And this is a 15-year scheme. Account can be opened with the bank or post offices. But there is a proviso in that scheme, Professor Rao sir. Even after 15 years, you can extend it for 5 years. And it not the single term. You can again extend for 5 years and 5 years and then 5 years. And I personally feel, sir, minimum 3 extension you must give to this scheme. So minimum 3 means 30 years, literally 30 years. But this is more relative for the young people who are around 25-30. And I just give an example how the things will take shape in this PPF. Suppose a person at the age of 30 start a PPF account and depositing one maximum limit of 1.50 lakhs every year, and that too, Professor, out in the beginning of the financial year itself, because it will make a difference of thousands of rupees if you deposit in and in different at different times in the financial year. Try to deposit 1.50 lakhs at the beginning of the financial year itself. Beginning means 1st April to 5th April. At the age of 40, suppose you started at the 30, at the age of 45 years, the present rate of interest, Professor Raut, must be a very 7.10%. At the age of 45 years, you will have a corpus of 42 lakhs. But you are prudent enough, you will extend it for 5 years, and in these 5 years you will continue to deposit 1.5 lakhs as usual. At the age of 50, again you will extend for 5 years. At the age of 55 years, you will again extend for 5 years. At the age of 60, you will have a corpus of 1 crore 72 lakhs. In the first 15 years, it was only 42 lakhs, sir. In the next 15 years, it is ballooned to 1.72 crore. How? Power of compounding. Power of compounding came into play. So PPF is relative. I am not again saying that it is a very good scheme, relatively. And we, the middle class, should have some security of investment also. Then beyond PPF, other government scheme is National Saving Certificate, NSC, where we can invest. I will just mention the name, I don't have time. Third one is Kisan Vikas Patra, KVP, Kisan Vikas Patra. You can get the details from the website of post office. Fourth one is RBI bonds. Reserve Bank also keep issuing bonds to the public, taxable bond and tax-free bonds. And there is no limit. And Professor Rao, the yield on RBI bonds, present yield is around 7.80 to 7.90%. Then government securities. Government also keep issuing securities to the public. Earlier, Professor Raut, it was not so convenient for the middle class person to invest in government securities. But 3-4 years, RBI had started a dedicated website. The name of the website is RBI Retail Direct. RBI Retail Direct. And in the month of around June or July or August, RBI had developed a app also of this RBI. Now the app is also available, RBI Retail Direct. You can download the app. You can give your personal information, including bank details. Then you can start investing in government securities. Of course, it is a longer period, but return is around 8%, sir. Around it, and I feel it for retirement corpus, it is one of the relatively good option to of investing a small amount in government securities. Then beyond that, banks and post offices have got some small saving schemes. Then government companies, railways, National Highway Authorities of India, NTPC, ONGC, Coal India, lot of bigger government entities, they also keep raising loan from the public by issuing bonds and debentures. And the rate of return is around 8% for that. So these are all under the umbrella of governmental scheme. Sir, there is one advantage and one disadvantage. Advantage is it is 100% secure. 100%. Government guarantee is there. Sovereign guarantee is there. So nothing to worry. But sir, bluntly speaking, there is hardly real return in those schemes. Real return I'm talking about. Except PPF. And one more scheme, sorry, I just forgot to mention. Those who have girl children at home, Professor Jyoti, if you don't have your relations, your family, your known person, friends might have girls at home. This is especially for the girl child only and very unique scheme. The name of the scheme, Jyoti Soni ma'am, you also note it down. If you don't have girl child at home, share with your relations and friends. The name of the scheme is Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana. Sukanya Samriddhi Yojana, SSY. Very good scheme of the government of India. And this is basically only for the girl child, Professor Raut. Government now is encouraging parents to open an account of their girls in SSY and deposit maximum amount is 1.50 lakhs per year. But the limitation is that account can be opened only when the girl age is below 10. Beyond 10 years, the account cannot be opened under this scheme. And Professor Raut, you might not be aware, government is giving maximum interest in this scheme, 8.20%, which is only available for the senior citizen. But in senior citizen case, Professor Raut, the interest is taxable. But in Sukanya Samriddhi, just like PPF, it is tax exempt. So Sukanya Samriddhi is a very good scheme for the girl child. Those who have girl child, and in future also, whenever girls come in your family, please do open Sukanya Samriddhi account of her as early as you can and continue with it. When the girl become 18 years, Professor Raut, you can withdraw 50% of the accumulation for her higher studies. When she becomes 21 years or beyond, you can close the account when you plan her marriage. So very good scheme of the government of India. Now the second category, this was the first government category. Second category was real estate and properties. And Professor Raut, we all know real estate and property has been in our bloods, particularly in Indians. But you might remember, sir, before 2000, property investment was not lucrative at all. Hardly there were any return or appreciation in the property prices. After 2000, the prices has increased like anything, and even today. So property is an option for you, but you will appreciate that for investment in property you will need huge money. I don't know, Professor sir, uh, but in Delhi, a two bedroom flat costs not less than 1 crore rupees. So for property, you will have to need huge money, and again risk is there. Whether property prices will go up like this, nobody can say. There was a time when recession was there in property market. You might remember when it was very difficult even to sell the property at the price you had purchased. And secondly, maintenance of the property beyond your own house, it has now become a very tough task nowadays. But what I want to say you that it is an option. I leave it to you to decide how much you want to invest. Third one is gold, where you can invest. And Professor Raut, gold has been a traditional security wall for the Indian families for centuries together. For centuries together. राउत साहब, हमें सोने की चिड़िया कहा जाता था, उसका एक ही कारण था, because even middle class family used to have gold. Because and it was thought as a security wall for the families. But unfortunately, you will appreciate that investment in physical gold is a losing proposition nowadays. Because when you go to sell the jewelry after 10-15 years, the jeweler will make a cut of 35 to 40% of the making charges. So now digital gold investment options are also available. So please think of, if you want to go for the gold investment in gold, digital gold think of digital gold investment. A very good scheme was there of the government of India. That was sovereign gold bond scheme. But government has stopped this scheme since June 2024. But it was a very good scheme for the normal middle class, salary class person, and people have earned more than 100% return, sir, in 80 years. 128% return people got who had invested in 2016 when this scheme was started in the for the first time. So gold is an option. Please think of invest. Last option is security market, where you can invest. And Professor Raut, still there are lakhs of people who think that security market is nothing but is sheer speculation. How the price goes up, how the price goes down of a share or a segment or a sector, people can't understand it, and that is why most of the people are still not so comfortable in the in of investing in security market. But sir, I want to tell you one thing, my dear friends, my dear young friends. Security market is one of the best options of an investment because it has given very good real return over a period of time. I am again emphasizing real return. Very good real return over a period of time. And I don't know, Professor Raut, I just was ask one question to you. I personally feel, I don't know whether you will agree with me or not, sir. Next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy. Do you agree with me, sir?
Absolutely, sir.
Broadly.
Yep.
Majority of the people now think that next 25 years are going to be golden period of Indian economy. But sir, the benefit of golden period will come to me individually only when I am investor. Mind it. If I am not invested, I will simply continue clapping that my country is going up, my economy is going up, we have got this position, that position. What individually I will get benefit? Only, my dear friends, when you are investor. That is why it is very much necessary now to be an investor. Because Professor Raut, we have been a country of savers for centuries together. We are still one of the best savers in the world. Saving is in our DNA, in our blood. But now the time has come that this country has to be a country of investors. And if we want to prosper as a country, as a society, as an individual, we have to be invested. There is no way out. So please be an investor, and some portion of your investment should be in security market as well. Portion you decide, maybe 10%, maybe 100%. That is your individual choice. How much risk you can take, what is the horizon of investment, all these things depend on individually. But please do invest. On youngsters, I want to tell you, they should invest as much as they can in the security market for the next 10, 15, 20 years till you are 45, 50. Then you can start converting your investments out of security market, or even in security market there are products which are relatively secure as compared to equity. That products are available. So they will even give you better than your FD. And even taxation tax structure is also different there. Maximum 12% interest for long-term investment. And in security market, one thing I want to tell you, first 1 lakh profit is tax exempt. If you earn 1 lakh rupees profit in a particular financial year, no tax is payable. Beyond 1 lakh, you will have to pay tax as per your duration of investment. If it is short duration, then it will be 20%. If it is long duration, then it will be 12%. So security market is an option available for you, and there are two ways of investing in security market. One way is direct investing in security market. And how you can direct invest, my dear friends? One option is putting your money into IPOs. New company come into the picture, then FPOs, follow-up public offerings do come regularly. So you can invest in the security market directly. The one way is to put your money into issues, IPOs of the new companies. And second option is to purchase directly share from NSE and BSE. Professor Raut, you can purchase any company share which are listed through the mechanism of exchanges. Of course, some procedural part is there. You will have to open a trading account, but then you can purchase or sell any company share at the prevalent price. So this is direct way of investing into security market, and including some debentures or bonds of some companies as well. But one indirect way of investing is also available in the security market, Professor Raut, and that is called mutual funds. Mutual fund is a indirect way of investing. And number one. Number two, Professor Raut. Sir, do you agree, sir, mutual fund is an investment? Do you agree, sir?
Yes, sir. I agree.
Due respect, no. It is mutual fund is not an investment. It is a channel for investment. Mutual fund is just a channel. Professor Raut, you might not be aware. Through mutual fund, you can invest in government securities, in government schemes. Through mutual fund, you can invest in real estate. Through mutual fund, you can invest in gold. Through mutual fund, you can invest in commodity market. And through investment, you can invest in security market as well. So mutual fund is a channel for investment, firstly. And secondly, it is an indirect way of investing. Thirdly, the two unique things are there in mutual fund, sir. Schemes are available, Professor Raut, in mutual fund as per your risk appetite. And I had just mentioned, every individual has got different risk appetite. Those who are young, those who can take high risk, equity funds are available. Then again, subcategories, a lot of subcategories of equity funds are there. Actually, I don't have time, Professor Raut. Next time when you give me time, we will talk mutual fund for 2 hours. Because it is such a subject I can't cover in, but I will be very brief to just give you the basic give you the basic idea about mutual fund. But next time, if you give me time, we will talk about mutual fund in detail, about the mutual fund and its scheme as such. So if you have got high risk appetite, equity funds are there. If you have got relatively lesser risk appetite, sir, then hybrid fund categories are available for you. If you have got least risk appetite, then debt funds are available. There are different categories. And sir, I want to tell you, Professor Raut, you might not be aware. You can be sitting at your home, can invest in Google, Amazon, Facebook, Microsoft. International funds are there in mutual fund. That category is also available. So you can invest in multinational companies also, in other markets also, US market, China market, Europe market, you can invest. That facility mutual fund also give you. So in mutual fund, schemes are available as per your risk appetite. Only you have to select right scheme, correct scheme. How? I will let you know. Then in mutual fund, Professor Raut, schemes are available as per your time horizon of investment. And Professor Raut, you might be aware, there is a scheme in the mutual fund where you can invest your money tonight and withdraw tomorrow morning. Only for one night. That is called overnight funds. Only for one night. You can invest your money. If you have money for, then you have, if you have money for very short period of 1 week, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, then liquid funds are available where you can invest your money for very short period. But then you have, if you have money for 3 months to 6 months, then ultra short fund debt funds are available. If you have money for investment from 6 months to 1 year to 1 year to 3 year to 5 year to 10 year, different schemes are available. So schemes are available as per your risk appetite. Schemes are available as per your time horizon of investment. And Professor Jyotipati, are you there? Professor Jyoti?
Sir, I'm here, sir.
I know a
Hello.
lot of my friends like you who started a new practice in their life. And what is that, sir? When they get the salary on first of month, they transfer their salary from their bank account to the liquid fund. And that all is done online. Nothing, you need not to go somewhere else. You simply, when you get suppose you get 50,000 salary, suppose on first, you transferred 50,000 from your bank account to the liquid fund. Naturally, Professor Raut will ask me, sir, why I should take this botheration? Why I should do it? Professor Raut, in bank account, you get 2.5% interest only, that too on average base of 3 months. In liquid fund, you are earning literally 4.5% to 6% return. So it is literally double return which you get on your money, and your money is always in your hand, sir. It has gone nothing. It has gone beyond that. Suppose on 5th, Professor Jyoti need 5,000 rupees for groceries. Suppose he go to the liquid fund app, put the 5,000 amount, with click withdraw button. Fraction of second, 5,000 will be transferred from liquid fund to the bank account. So money is always available at your hand, sir, and you are earning literally double return on it. The only limitation is, sir, that you can't withdraw more than 50,000 on a single day. That limitation you must always keep in mind. And in liquid fund, Professor Raut, your money is not invested into security market or equity, high risk products. No, sir. It is invested into money market. You might be aware about the money market, where big institutions take loan from one to other for a very short period of 1 day, 2 months, one day, 3 days, 10 days, 15 days, they pay some interest. So the liquid fund is a better way of your managing personal finance. Professor Raut, you are teaching treasury management to your students. This is personal finance treasury management. You can earn better return on your short-term money as compared to your bank account. So think of it. Then the best way of mutual fund investment for the middle class, salary class person is through SIP. And my dear friend, SIP is nothing. It is just a way of investing. You can invest, you can start SIP in all schemes of the mutual funds. May it be equity, may it be debt, may it be hybrid, may it be international fund, may it be some other scheme. SIP is simply regularly investing, and it is just synonymous with the recurring account you might have opened with the bank, where you are depositing every month some amount. The minimum amount of SIP, my dear friend, is only 500 rupees. And for students, it is only 100 rupees. You can start SIP. Mostly since in India, we get salary on monthly basis, Professor Raut, majority of the SIP are on monthly basis. But you can start daily SIP. You can start weekly SIP. You can start fortnightly SIP, monthly SIP, quarterly SIP. SIP is simply a way of investing. And Professor Raut, I am happy to share with you that lakhs and lakhs, rather crores of retail investors like you and me have started SIP. And the last month figure, sir, it was 26,000 crores of rupees are coming in the mutual fund only through SIP. And who are putting investment through SIP, sir? People like you and me, middle class person, retail investors. So SIP is a best way of investing a small amount for a longer period. I just give you an example, then I will close it. Otherwise, well, I know the time limitation is there. We already it is 50 minutes past 7. I should have closed by this time. Just next 5 minutes only. Sir, may I get 5 minutes only, sir? Professor Raul?
Sir, please carry on.
Uh,
Please. Yes, sir.
Sorry, actually, otherwise, of course, I would have spoken for next 2 hours on mutual fund, but next time we will do.
Oh, yes, yes, sir. We love to have.
Sir, suppose a person at the age of, I just give an example how SIP works. A person of the age of, at the age of 20 started an SIP of only 500 rupees. Only 500 rupees. And he continued with the SIP for 40 years. At the age of 60, Professor Raut, I am presuming a conservative return of 12% only, not 15% even, 12% only. At the age of 60, he will have a corpus of 48 lakhs. 48 lakhs by a SIP of only 500 rupees. But one new phenomena has been added nowadays, and your student, even young people like Professor Jyoti, must understand what I am saying, sir. What people now are doing, sir, every month, every year, they are increasing the amount of SIP. Suppose they started with the 500 rupees, naturally they will get increment, they will get increase in the salary. So they increase the SIP amount every year by 10%, not only 10%. So suppose they started with 500, sir. Second year they increase it to 550. Third year they increase it again 10% of the 550. So every year they are increasing 10, adding 10% amount of the last year SIP. It is called top-up SIP or step-up SIP. 500 flat SIP was also there, which I just mentioned. It is called top-up SIP, where you increase the SIP amount every year. And suppose, sir, he increased the amount SIP of 10% every year. At the age of 60, Professor Raut, he will have a corpus of 1 crore 92 lakhs. 1 crore, and it is not a magic, sir. It is sheer mathematics I am talking about. It is not a magic. So what I want to mention here that starting with a small amount and and increasing the amount of SIP every year, you can have a huge amount in your hands. And Professor Raut, I know a lot of my friends like you who have started not one SIP, but even 5, 6 SIPs consecutively. 5, 6 SIPs. And every SIP has a target. It is not casual. One SIP for purchase of house. Second SIP for purchase of vehicle. Third SIP for going on vacation with the family. Fourth SIP for higher education of children. Fifth SIP for marriage of the children. And last SIP for your retirement life. So you can start simultaneously more than one SIP, provided you have funds with you. And if this approach, and in on lot of website, Professor Raut, SIP calculators are available. Suppose a person say that I will need 5 crore rupees for higher education of my children after 25 years. So the period is 25 years. Target is 5 crore. Put it in the SIP calculator. Within fraction of second, SIP calculator will give you the amount of SIP today. And step-up SIP calculator is also available. So please think of starting SIP. I want to urge all of you, please think of SIP and never think of starting F&O and cryptocurrency. I am equally very clear, Professor Raut. F&O is a very, very dangerous proposition for middle class, salary class. SEBI has time and again been warning to retail investors, F&O segment is not for you. Never burn your finger in the F&O. And Professor Raut, for your information, participants, CB has just come out with the data. 96% of the retail investors have a lost money in the F&O. So those who are thinking or those who are already doing it, please avoid it. This is my personal request, and else decision is yours. And lastly, sir, of course, sorry, I am cutting it down. Mutual fund, I am cutting it down, sir. Last two things I want to request you, sir. Oh, and with passion and with humble request to all of you. Please listen to me for next 2 minutes only. Professor Raut, prosperity is your right. Every individual has got right to be prosper. And Professor Raut, my definition of prosperity is not to be a Mukesh Ambani or a big industrialist. No, that is not my definition. My definition of prosperity, sir, is very simple. I should have money for my needs. I should have money for my comfortable life. I should have money for giving comfortable life to my family. I should have money for giving best education to my children. I should have money to take care of my family obligations. And lastly, sir, I should have money for my retirement life. This is my prosperity, sir. And I feel personally, Professor Rao, every individual has got this right. But one thing I want to add here, sir, it is your right, but don't depend on luck. It is not luck at all. It is not luck at all, sir. It is only your efforts. Prosperity is absolutely dependent upon your efforts, sir. Effort include awareness, knowledge, then start saving in right beginning, continue with a lot of things are involved in it. So prosperity is not your luck. It is only your efforts. And sir, I want to tell Professor Jyoti also, don't repent after 20 years because he is still 20 years to go. Don't repent after 20 years that I was not, I couldn't be prosper. And I want to tell your students as well, don't repent after 30 years. If you are not prosper, you are squarely responsible, Professor Sir. Only you will be responsible if you are not prosper after 25, 30 years. No other. So why why we should not make effort, sir? We should make effort. We should save and invest. So what I want to tell you, prosperity is your right. It is not your luck. It is your effort only. And last thing, sir, there may be one or two participants in the group, sir. Maybe should not be, but maybe, sir. Which think that they are from poor families. Some people have back of mind, sir. I want to tell them very clearly, sir, or rather bluntly. Birth in a poor family is not a curse at all, sir. Wherever we have born, it is a matter of past now. Birth in a poor family is not a curse at all, Professor Raut, but living as poor and die as poor is a curse, which we all can avoid by managing our money right from the day we start earning. And if you do, I can give you confidence. You will be prospered. Nobody can stop you. Thank you very much. And sorry if I have taken a little bit more time. Thank you very much, Professor Raut.
Thank you, sir. Really, this 1 hour session, what you have discussed, really mesmerized us because though we have the knowledge about share, bond, debenture, that is just a slice of knowledge what we have. But in real, sir, you have enlightened us in detail. Dear all, let me summarize what our guest, Sri Suryakant Sharma sir, he has enlightened us. Initially, he taught us about the investment, focusing on the three mantras that think, understand, and invest. And sir has also enlightened us about the indirect income, means that when we work and we earn money, let's do something so that our money will also start earn money for us. And also, sir has also focused on the financial plan that we should make the plan focusing on our dream, the duration or the date, and of course, how much money it is also required to fulfill our dream. Sir has also focused on this very beautiful aspect that where we can go for the investment, like our PPF, Public Provident Fund, National Savings Certificate, RBI bonds, Kishan Vikas Patra, government securities, real estate and properties, where he has also focused at the land and buildings that normally concern towards the appreciation, where the assets they goes for the depreciation. And also the investments on gold, liquid gold, but we can also invest on the money of if we purchase the gold coins rather than investing money on gold ornaments. Focusing on sir, he has enlightened us the different bonds, debentures, securities like your mutual fund. Again, on the mutual fund, sir has focused on different varieties of investment methods. And thank you, really, sir. It's our honor that we have with you. And also, I request our Dean, MBA sir, Professor Sanath Rao sir, that if possible, please invite our guest Sharma sir so that we have one-to-one interaction that will be not on the webinar, that will be on the seminar, where he will enlighten us with his vast experience. So, my dear students, this is really, we are quite lucky that we have Sharma sir with us. Let me open the platform for the question answer. I am damn sure that there are lots of questions you have. So please, if you have any question, you can direct interact with our guest Sharma sir. So platform is open. Thank you.
Before that, I will request Professor Raut, Dean of the Institute, to kindly give his opinion about the session. I will be grateful.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. And thank you, Professor Jyoti, that you summed up what Mr. Sharma has told. Absolutely right. Like before you have your last breath, you should plan your life right from today itself. Create your goal, set your goals, and use the power of compounding. What rightly is told by sir. Give your money or give time to your money to grow. You should not suffer at the end of the life. And what he told typically, how even he told how to calculate also the retirement corpus, that is 20 times of the annual expenditures, right? Annual expenses. That also you should write it down on a bold later in the front of you. That will encourage you to save. Of course, you mentioned several instruments or several securities where you to invest, but remember everything and do not hesitate to invest in the security market. If at all you feel some before you get confident, I think you should start investing in the mutual fund also, and rightly told by the SIPs. And because many of the students parents, they are still hesitant to go to take risk. Okay, but still as a student, even I do remember when I used to be a student of MBA. My parents used to give me tuition fee of college for 6 months. So I used to keep the money in the bank, and I used to take the money in the fixed deposits for 2 months, 3 months, and I used to deposit in the, so I used to get some 1%, 1.5% interest benefit. So that is how I also learned. By the way, sir, I have some NISM certificates from mutual funds, security market, and I have done certification in mutual fund. And I'm a associate financial planner. I've been certified by Financial Planning Standard Board of India. Even I am a licentiate from III, that Insurance Institute of India. Even some of my faculties also, they're certified. Okay, so even in the roadmap, when students joined our institutions, even we have also told, and I have also shown them on the classroom, like slide mode, what is an ISM and what are the courses that is available. But the way you explained, sir, that was really enlightening.
Thank you. I'm very happy that you are on the right path of guiding students about the investments and all these things. Because sir, it is a colossal task. In India, everybody has to be financial teacher. And people like you can guide lakhs of people because you are on the ground. I can take a session or two, but you are on the ground and you come across thousands and thousands of students every year churning because turning of the new student and new session. And you are doing a wonderful job for the youngsters. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Jyoti, kindly take on the question and answers, please.
I will take 2-3 questions because of time constraint. If anybody has
Sure,
any
sir.
question, just raise your hand, ask the question, I will try to answer him or her. Please come forward and ask the question. Just raise your hand, we will unmute you. Yes, Professor Dipanshu. Yeah, yes. Please, Mr. Sabdar, please unmute him. Please unmute yourself. Yeah.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I was asking about the mutual fund SIP plan. Like we have a goal to for the plans. Like I have my goals for 30 lakhs rupees, and I have started investing since last 2 years. If
Very good.
I achieve my target within the period, like I have SIP for 15 years, but if I achieve it in 12 years, is it a good plan to withdraw it, or should I stay invested for the whole 15 years? Because markets are maybe down for in near 15 years.
You are absolutely right, my dear. Because I didn't have time, so I couldn't talk much about the mutual fund. The best strategy, suppose you have a target of 15 years. And by 12 years, suppose you have even 80% of your target, withdraw it. Because market is always uncertain, my dear friend. So when you touch 15 year, it may happen that market might be down. So the best way is to withdraw 80-90% whatever you have developed, deposit it in some fixed deposit or some in secured investment,
Yeah.
so that at least you have 80-90% of your target.
Yes. Thank you.
Very right. Your approach is very good. Thank you very much. Yes, Mr. Manoj.
Yes, sir. Very good evening, sir. Sir, actually, I want to become an independent mutual fund distributor, and I have got certified NISM mutual fund distributor series BA. So, is there any other certification required in order to?
You simply go to the AMFI website.
Okay.
And register yourself, get ARN number. That's all.
Okay, I have got it also.
ARN number you got?
Yes, I got it.
So then you got connected with the mutual fund companies?
I did not get you, sir.
Have you got connected with the mutual fund company? Because the second step will be to get yourself registered with the individual asset management company. There are 44 asset management companies, mutual fund companies. You'll have to go to their website, get yourself
Okay.
enrolled there.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All the best, my dear Mr. Manoj. Yes, any other question? Last question from any participant. Professor Raut, we would have been more happy if at least one question come from the girls or female participants. I always insist.
Yeah,
Because
yeah, true,
typically
sir.
what happens, Professor Raut, is still females are not so interested in investment, though even those who are earning. When I talk to them personally, one to one, sir, my investment is being managed by my husband, by my brother, by my father. It is not a healthy state of affairs.
Absolutely, sir. True.
I always keep requesting them, please take
Correct,
some
sir.
step that you should also be at least interested where your money is being invested by your husband. I am not encouraging you to revolt in the family, but at least you should know where your money is being invested. Yes,
Right, sir.
Rashmi. Luckily, we have got Rashmi. Yes, Rashmi.
Yeah. Yeah, hi, sir. Very good evening, sir. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, sir, actually, I have a question regarding that US president has been changed recently. That actually, is it will be like impact to Indian market or like that fall down the that share market, or it will be little bit increase? So, is there any?
My dear, honestly, nobody can give answer to this question at this juncture. How the things will unfold in future, nobody can say. What actions he will take, whether it will be favorable to us, whether it will be against us, it will be known only when he takes over. But looking at his past tenure, people say that he will not be so negative to India at least. This again, this is a presumption only because Mr. Trump, you will appreciate, is totally unpredictable person as such.
Yes, that actually.
So let us wait for and hope for the best.
Okay, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you
so
very
much,
much.
sir.
So thank you very much, Professor Jyoti. Now time has come to close the session program.
Exactly, sir.
Yes,
So
sir.
thank
Okay.
you, sir. So I request our Dean, sir, Professor Sanat Rao, sir, to deliver the vote of thanks on this webinar. Thank you, sir.
Uh, Sir, it was really, I have already, as I have already told, this was an outstanding event or the webinar what we have. And what Professor Jyoti also has already told, that we'd love to have you with us directly in the seminar in our institution. And I express my sincere thanks to Mr. Suryakant Sarma. Uh, and it was I really loved to listen him, and it is really a privilege for us to listen from you, sir. I thank all the participants, all the professors, students, and the people who have joined from outside our institution. Okay, and your insightful discussion and thought-provoking ideas actually had broadened our understanding of the subject and the security markets. So, of course, your experience was talking, and the clarity what you heard when you were explaining and the examples what you were giving was truly amazing. So, thank you very much, sir. On behalf of the management of Einstein Academy of Technology and Management, all the chairman, directors, and everyone, and from my professors and my students, I sincerely thank you for attending and giving your valuable time to us. So, thank you very much, everyone. So, that is how we conclude this enlightening seminar.
Thank you,
Thank you
Dean.
very much, sir.
Thank you, Dean. On my behalf and on behalf of AMFI, I am also equally thankful to all of you, particularly you, your team, Professor Jyoti, your director, for giving me opportunity. And I promise I will be coming to your institute very soon. In the first opportunity, when I plan for Odisha, your will be the first institution to come in. And this I can promise you. Thank you very much. God bless you all.
Okay, so
Thank
last
you,
thing
thank you,
I
sir.
forgot, the most
Okay.
important person. I should, sir, just a minute, sir. Just a second, sir. I
Yeah.
forgot to thank Mr. Sabzar Ahmad,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
without
yeah.
him, this program would not have happened. So
Definitely.
thank you, Sabzar.
Mr.
Thank you,
Sabzar is
Sabzar.
so passionate
Thank you very much.
coordinator and so persuasive coordinator.
Right, sir.
He takes care of each and every
Okay,
detail of
okay,
the
thank you.
program. Thank you, Mr. Sabzar. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, sir.
Thank you.
God bless you all.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.